guys, and welcome back to my corner of the internet. I'm Shannon, and today I have a spoiler-free book review to share with you guys. And today we are talking about Death Checked Out by Leah Dobrinska. This is a sort of cozy mystery, which I think this was probably my first cozy mystery. It's not a genre I read a lot, but this one looked cute. I knew it was about librarians. And if you know me and anything about my childhood, you know I love librarians. In fact, before we get into this review, I just have to share with you a really sweet story about a librarian that I heard yesterday. So a friend of mine on Twitter, he posted about how his son has aged out of child library membership and now has to get an adult one. But unfortunately, he needs proof of address, and because, well, he's aged out of the child's library card, he's not an adult, so he doesn't have like bills or anything that would have his proof of address. And so the librarian, she came up with an excellent idea. She told him that she would mail him a postcard to the address that he gave her, and then he could bring that postcard back in and use that as his proof of address. And I was just like, yes, I love that. Librarians are amazing problem solvers. They know everything, and if they don't know, they can find out so quickly. I love them. I love all librarians I've ever met. They're wonderful. Anyway, let's get back on track. So it's a cozy mystery. This is the first book in what's going to be a series, which would explain why, though the mystery gets concluded, there were things about the main character, Greta, that once we reached the end of the book, I was like, well, I still have questions, which makes sense once you know it's going to be a series. So yes, cozy mystery. Basically, this book is about, like I said, a woman named Greta. She lives in a small, idyllic town. She's kind of been running most of her adult life. When she was younger, her sister passed away, and that kind of spurred her to move, to have a change of scenery. Then she had a bad relationship more recently, and after that fell apart, she moved again. So she's now living in this town, working at the library. So we meet her and her two best friends who are also librarians in this library. And right off the bat, it's a very cute, very sweet story. And this isn't something I read a lot of. I think I would read the second book in this series for sure, because I'm curious to know more about Greta and the things I didn't find out by the end of the book. One thing though that kind of got me, and this might just be me, but there was a page, I think I was on page 6, like it was very early on in the book, and Greta is going about her day as a librarian, and it's told to us that she's going to this man Franklin's house to drop off some books. He becomes important now in a second, I'll get to him. But she's going to his house to deliver his books. He's in a wheelchair. He's an avid reader, a rare book collector, but he's in a wheelchair. He's getting older. It's harder for him to get to the library, so she delivers the books to him. Wonderful. What an amazing job. I would love to do that. But it's said that she skips. She gets to his house. She skips. And I'm sure this is a me problem, but I was like, she skipped. And that will come back to me at various times throughout the day for the past week. I'll be doing the dishes and I'll be like, she skipped. I'll be doing the laundry and I'll be like, she was skipping. And I know it's very inconsequential, doesn't affect the story at all, but it just threw me for a loop because I don't know any adults who are skipping around on a average work day. Anyway, again, let's get back on track. So, Franklin, she delivers books to him. He's in a wheelchair. What quickly happens is one day she's going over to check on him. I don't know if she's bringing more books or if she's picking up books. I can't remember the details. But she goes to his home and she finds that he has been pushed down a set of stairs outside on his back porch. And she was a little concerned when she first got there because the door was open, and that didn't seem like Franklin at all. You know, he's very reclusive, keeps to himself, not a lot of friends. So she's a little concerned, so she lets herself in and then finds him out off the back porch having fallen down, and he's dead. So she calls the police, and in enters Detective McHenry, and he's grumpy. I liked him a lot. I love a good grumpy detective. And then Greta, she's extremely, like, too extremely positive. So you got the grumpy and the sunshine. So Detective McHenry, he immediately and aggressively thinks that Greta is a suspect. Even though she's the town librarian who was like, we don't have any reason to think she's a suspect. We haven't been given any reasons. And I thought that was a little intense. But of course, I mean, it's got to go there for the story to happen. But I was like, we're really jumping in here. And so basically the rest of the book is her on her own, kind of doing her own investigation. Because she thinks the detective isn't going to be, you know, since he's got her in his mind as such a suspect, she's worried he's not going to look at other leads, do the proper investigating to prove that she didn't do it. So she's like, well, I'm going to have to take this into my own hands. So she's doing her small town librarian detective work with her friends, and it's just solving that mystery. And I thought it was cute. I thought it was fun. It was cute and fun. If you love cozy mysteries already, if you know that about yourself, you would love this, I think. For me, where I read so many thrillers and so much horror, I was like, my mind was going in that sort of like, okay, who was it? I was like, maybe it is her, but of course it's not her because it's cozy mystery and she's our main character and it's gonna be a series. So I was doing too much thinking about this, going in too dark of a direction, whereas it kept me guessing. When I got to about I don't know, over halfway, I had two people I thought it might have been. One of them was, but then there's a twist at the end for someone else who's involved, and I thought that was a fun twist. So yeah, those are my thoughts on Death Checked Out. What I do love about cozy mysteries, even though I haven't read many, I love how their titles are very cute and very clever and like little puns. I love that. I eat that up. Death Checked Out for a library cozy mystery. That's adorable. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I gave it 3 stars. 3.5. Which, when you're reviewing on Goodreads, do you round up? So like, say if I was like 3.5, would you round up to 4 or leave it at 3? I kept going back and forth. I had it at 4, then I put it at 3. But I might round up and put it at 4 because I enjoyed it. I'm not perhaps the target audience, but I could appreciate it for what a fun read it was. And I really liked Detective McHenry, even though he was a little quick to jump on the gun there, but like I said, I love a good grumpy police detective, and I will definitely check out the next book in the series because I'm interested to learn specifically what went down between Greta and her ex-boyfriend. I think his name was Nathan, and we never get it, and I kept waiting for it. But of course, Leah has to keep us intrigued for the next book, and she did. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you again real soon. I think we're gonna have one more book talk, which will be Mothered, before Vlogmas, which is starting very soon. So Vlogmas is going to be a mix of vlogs and book reviews. So it'll be mostly vlogs with some book reviews scattered in. But there will be an upload every day from December 1st to December 25th. And I can't wait to spend December with you guys. Bye.